According to a new report from the New York Times, Donald Trump instructed the architects, the construction crews, basically everybody working on his massive White House ballroom, to ignore all zoning laws, all permits that were needed. You don't have to do that. And basically any and all regulations in place for both historic buildings like the White House and just general construction. Trump told everybody, you don't have to listen to the law. You don't have to follow the law. Go ahead and break it because I'm the president and we can do whatever we want when we're the president. Now, I don't know about you, but when you got a guy, real estate mogul who knows everything about building buildings, telling his crews, don't worry about the permits, don't worry about the zoning, don't worry about, it's got to meet these standards, just do it. Kind of seems like a good way to get your building condemned or, have your building collapse while people are using it. There's a lot of areas in life where you might be able to cut corners and get away with it. Construction is never one of them. You can't cut corners. I'm sure everybody has seen the videos online of contractors going in and showing how a previous contractor cut corners and did things crazy and it's all about to fall apart. The electricals like sparking up in the attic. That's what we're looking at with this alleged real estate mogul, Donald Trump, telling everybody to ignore the laws, ignore the protocols, ignore the zoning, ignore the permits. Just do it. If we got a couple wires running across the floor or hanging down from the ceiling exposed, it's all right. We'll cover it up with a chandelier. I think this tells us a lot about the process that Donald Trump went through when he built his own resorts and hotels and buildings, right? If he's willing to do it here, it's likely because that's how he's always done it. Now imagine what would happen if we have this Trump ballroom. It's grand inaugural opening. Trump's there, suit and tie, looking half dead, but he's, trying to do his dance. And then suddenly, the roof starts shaking. Chandeliers start falling. Fires break out. How's that going to look? Honestly, it would be the perfect metaphor for this entire administration, but it could also cost people their lives. What Donald Trump is building next to the White House is not a ballroom. It seems like it's a death trap. You couldn't drag me into that thing if you tried. If this is what is happening, and again, according to reports, it's what he's doing. Let's cut all the corners. Let's not get the permits. You don't need to tell anybody where we're running the wires or where the sewage is actually going. Just do it because I want to have a party. Good luck and Godspeed to anybody who ever steps foot into that building when it is finished, because I would not trust it for half a second. But this also tells us that the next president of the United States, or at least the next Democratic president of the United States, seems to have a very good cause to go ahead and tear the whole damn thing down. After all, it's going to have Trump's name all over it and the name of donors like Lockheed Martin Ballroom. This is the, Boeing table. F 'em. The next Democratic president needs to make their priority on day one knocking this thing to the ground and then rebuilding that wing of the White House so that the First Lady can finally have an office again. Because let's not forget, when Trump tore it down, he got rid of his wife's office. Yeah, real piece of garbage there, getting rid of your wife's only space so that you can throw some really cool parties in your little ballroom death trap. Scientists recently discovered a new evolutionary trait in puppies, and it's that they cannot grow up and reach their full potential unless you subscribe to this channel. Don't do it for me, folks. Do it for little Atlas and Judge here.
Good boys. You do good. Want to say something?
No? Okay.